Hey y'all, hey. How y'all doing? Oh, get comfortable. Shit. How y'all this evening? Your girl been asleep. Now, the Capricorn in me, when they said the plant's gonna be closed and we need volunteers and you can have PTO, and I'm like, I don't have no PTO. They was like, you just stay off and don't get paid. I was like, no, that's not an option. What do you mean? I have to make my money. And then I went back and I was like, hey, is it too late? I'll take Thursday. And he said, will you be here Friday? I said, yes. He said, will you be here Saturday? I said, yes. And if you need me to come on Sunday, I'll be there Sunday too. But tomorrow, just let me not come. So, because I knew, I didn't know how it was going to be. Well, I knew I was going to be okay. I knew I wasn't going to be, oh my God, I'm distraught. You know, I I knew I was going to be okay, but I would prefer to have processed this day alone, um not worrying about if I'm doing 25s, 23s or 24s. Shit. So, I slept all day cuz the morning started out weird. Um cuz I had said, this year I was going to do something different. I talked with Drew about doing some things, and I was like, yeah, this year I'm not, it's time to do something different. It's been 18 years since Mo passed. Yeah, sit with that. My scooter was one. My life at that time was I was released from prison. Okay, let me give you the timeline. He ascended November 4th. I was released from prison November 10th. And I came home to planning a funeral and having a 1 year old grandbaby. Yeah, that was my life. So I said today I'm gonna talk about Mo on my YouTube because you know, people have asked me the story, and I never really get into it. I like explained it to like one person maybe in detail, and that was in order to help that person heal. Hey girl, I love you. Um and whatever questions she had, I just sat there and I just answered them, even though they were painful at the time, because at that time I was at a homeless shelter. The reception was bad where I was. The people were crazy, and I it was just a crazy time for me. But I did it anyway because I knew that she needed to hear how somebody made it through. How do you deal with the fact that the person that you love the most is no longer walking this earth? The man you thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. How do you deal with that? Yeah, when I say it out loud, people are like, what? Like, oh yeah. I called him my husband. Got tattoos. I show y'all the one on my ankle, but then I'll be having to dig all the way down there, and I'm not doing all that. But trust, if you know, you know, there's one on my ankle as well. Yeah, we were like Bonnie and Clyde. Started one summer, and he disappeared from out of nowhere. And he would come over every morning and buy all the weed that I had, because I used to sell weed, and he would come and buy all. And when I say all the weed, like, it didn't matter how much I had, he would buy it all. And I would be like, the fuck? I'm not tripping, because, like, if one person bought it sack for sack, I was winning. So it, but dude, what are you doing? It never occurred to me that it was what I later found out to be called master manip. uh, that's funny now that I say that out loud. But yeah. And so uh, we just started hanging out, because he hung out with the people I was hanging out with, and we all just, it was all just like our little clique, and we was doing what we did for the summer. And if you've ever lived the summer in Reno, then you know. You was at the park, then you know. I'm not finna be telling all the business, because allegedly some shit happened. And listen, I'll tell on myself, but I ain't finna tell on everybody else. I'll see me playing with my hair because I like my little things. I be trying to make sure they show. My little turtles especially. But anyway, so how it all started is, like I said, we were hanging out, and he would come over to my house and chill, and we'd smoke and all this shit. And then one day I was sick. And when I say I was sick, I was fucking sick, like running a fever and everything. And if you know Mo, then you know he was, I'm going to make my money. It didn't matter what the fuck day it was. I'm making my money. I'm not stopping to do nothing. And that one day, he stopped. And when I say he was like not going anywhere, he didn't go anywhere except to make sure whatever I said I wanted, he was going to get. And I was like, wow, this is okay, dude. Yeah. I think that was the day, like, I knew I loved that guy. Because how do you just take care of somebody you really don't know, and you stop doing what you do to make sure that that person is taken care of? And when I say I was taken care of, I was totally taken care of, to the point to where I didn't have to pick my children up from school. I didn't have to worry about what my children ate for dinner, whether they took a bath, whether they got up the next day and was ready for school, because he took care of all that. And I just stayed in the bed. And if you know me, when I'm sick, I don't just stay in the bed. It has to be, I look. But I couldn't do anything. And he took care of everything. So as things progressed, it just naturally evolved. It was very organic. Um, he ended up moving in, and um, my life started changing. When they say, if a man wants you and loves you and all the shit, well, he showed up and showed out. And when I say we would he would like grind all day, and then at night when the kids would be asleep, we would go shopping at Walmart and then wake up and the kids would be like, the whole shit would just be changed. Like my whole apartment, just the decor, um, pots, pans. He bought everything new. I went to somebody's house and saw their furniture and was like, "Oh, I love this furniture." And then I went somewhere and like 2 days, 3 days later, the fucking furniture was in my living room. When I say he covered me, he covered me and my children. He covered my whole fucking family. My mama, my grandmother, my auntie, her children, all my people. He handled it. And so, like I said, it just progressed organically. And I was thinking, wow, this is new. And I like this. And I love him. And I knew he loved me. One time I left my kids, I went to Atlanta and I left the kids there with him. And um, he was like, the kids wanted to go skating. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. You let them go. And then he was like, I was like, did you give him some money? And he was like, yeah, um, I gave him $50. And I was like, $50? And I was like, to share? He was like, no, a piece. And I was like, what? He was like, that's not enough. I need to go take him some more. And I was like, no. What do you mean you gave him $50? And what he said to me was, I do for them what I wish somebody would have done for me when I was a kid. I wish somebody would have said, here go $50, go skating, ball out. When I say my children had their own bike, they had their own bike and they had enough bikes for all the kids and their friends. If you know the story about the bike man, then you know I'm not finna go into it all that. But did I not have all the bikes? I had all the fucking bikes, like, cause my house was the hangout house for the kids. So your kid came over, your kid needed a bike, bet we got you. It was nothing. It was toxic at times. Let's not get blindsided by the fairy tale, because all that goodness came with cheating and lying um and those things come when you don't know who you are as people. And he didn't know who he was, and I damn sure didn't know who I was, and we navigated it the best that we possibly could. Through all the turmoil, one thing I knew for sure, he was never going to leave me. It would take death to separate us. And now, even in death, we are not separated. And that something has to be done about that part. But yeah, I knew I could always count on him. My children knew they could always count on him. My family, they'd be like, well, even after we broke up, they would be like, well, I'm just gonna call him on. I'll be like, stop calling him. They be like, you tripping. Why would I stop calling him when I know he's gonna do it for me? And people did not like that. And when I say there was toxic times, allegedly I kissed somebody at we went to this club, and I all I remember is I was at the bar and I was drinking shots with Vike, and they say I kissed some guy, and then the next thing you know, I remember we got into it, and there was a altercation in the parking lot, which I don't remember. Um, things happened at the house I don't remember, and then I woke up the next day like, you had me so mad. But apparently, I acted a whole fool, and he took care of me. And even though the altercation happened and everybody was like, "Oh, you did this, blah blah blah," he told them, "No, I'm not letting you bitches take my wife nowhere. She wouldn't go nowhere with you if she was sober, so she's drunk, and I'm not letting her go nowhere with y'all now." Yeah, sit with that. He and I had been fighting, and I was drunk off my ass, and he knew I didn't hang out with these certain females and that I would not leave the club with them, and he did not allow it when I was intoxicated. Like, no. And he took me to our house, and they thought, oh, he was going to physically harm me and all the shit. No, we didn't get down like that. Yeah, he would pour a drink on me for sure. Yeah, because I would be talking shit. I would be talking shit, and he'd be like, "Look, let me just pour a drink on you so you'll leave." Because my outfit would be ruined, and he'd be like, "Okay, bet now she'll go home. She won't be in here talking shit to me." But he would come home too. Instead of just saying, "Let's just go home," we didn't know how to navigate those situations. So it just would be but we always had each other's back. I never doubted 1 minute that what Mo was capable of, and what he would do for me, and what he would do to somebody because of me. And on the same token, he knew I would act a motherfucking fool about him. And there was a point in time after he was murdered that um I wasn't in a very good space, and yeah, I had information, and it, I, I'm not even gonna get into it because I'm just not. But yeah, I wasn't in a good space, and I knew some things, and there were some people that should have I should have seen them about some shit, but I didn't because my back hurt. I don't know what's going on. I need to work on some stretching some more. I think I slept too much today or something. But anyway, yeah. Um, I should have seen them about some shit, but at that time I was trying to evolve as trying to heal, but I didn't know I was healing. But that's what was actually going on. I was trying to heal, and so I had to focus on that and all the other shit. But anyway, so um we progressed like how we did, and um he would go to jail, and I would wait for him to get out, and we start all over again, and that cycle continued for a while. And then um I finally was just like, because he was younger than me, that was another thing. I thought he was a certain age and he really wasn't. And then by the time I found out how old he really was, it was too late. And um there were certain things I just allowed. Like, what am I supposed to say? I can't take that from him because he's never experienced that, and I have, and I can't take that from him. So I allowed some shit that I would definitely be like, yeah, you need to go over there with that. I love you, but over there. Now the healed person me would not. But then I was just like, I can't take certain things from him because he hasn't experienced them and I have. That was my outlook on it then. So when I finally just said I'm done, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do this like anymore. Just like, can we just not do this anymore? Um and he got with Kelly. I thought, you know, he would go and do something way better than what he did. And I will say that he did. You know, he started living life differently. However, there were some things that were coming to the surface that I did not appreciate about him, because I know that he needed to heal that. And because the type of woman that she was, and no shade to Kelly, it was just that some women bring out healing in men and some women don't. It just is what it is. Any man that's ever been with me or around me is a better man because of me. And I say that not boasting, but because I know who I am and what I bring. A lot of people, I allow shit, and then when I tell them, hey, I'm going to change on you, and you're not going to like how I'm going to be when I change on you. And they be like, oh, you just love me forever. Yeah, I'll love you forever. But when I change on you, you're going to be like, what the fuck? And why are you acting like this to me, Mona? Because I told you I would. You just thought I was going to keep doing the same shit forever because I love you. No, the fuck out of here. Some things have to change. And I'll go into hermit mode, and when I come out, I just be like, I, who are you? It doesn't matter who you are, what type of relationship we have. Relatives, friends, associates, lovers, exes, all shit, I don't care. Do some fuck shit to me, and I'll just allow it because I love you. And then you know what would end up happening is you keep doing it, and then I'll just be like, man, fuck you. I ain't fucking with you no more. And then I'll change on you, and then when I change, I'll be mad and angry and mean for a minute, and then I'll be like, I'm over it. And then you'll be like, well, access denied, because you had all access and you didn't appreciate it. So what am I supposed to do? It's your fault you lost access. But anyway, so um his healing, he started doing music. And at that time I was wilding, so I ended up I ended up in prison Because in the beginning, remember I told you he got murdered November 4th, and November 10th I got out. It was just fuckery. So, yeah. He turned his passion, his healing to music. And because I was incarcerated, I honestly can't tell you what was going on around that time. I only have heard stories. People tell me, well, he was doing this and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know because I wasn't there. I just know that the person that I knew loved me. I knew that person had my back. I knew that if my children ever needed anything, that person he had my children as well. And since the 18 years, I've grown tremendously. This morning, the family text, I told my sons to celebrate, and I went back to sleep. And in my dream, I was saying to them, hey, we're going to do a celebration for Mo's life. Because we've never done that. You know, we had that damn funeral. And I tried to make that, you know, there was some stuff. Because, you know, when I told them, yeah, we are playing so many tears. I don't know what you mean. The parents were looking at me like, that was his song, and we are playing that. And when we played it at the funeral, and my cousin knew what time it was, we played it. Like, that was his song. What do you mean? But this morning in the dream, I was like, we're having a celebration. You know, we've never done that. We're gonna celebrate. And then I was standing there. I was in the kitchen telling them this, and then the next thing you know, we started having an earthquake. Now this is in the dream, and I was like, "Well, shit." Spirit wisdom, what does that mean? Don't look. Are you blessing the celebration or what's happening? Because shit, do we have to have an earthquake? Well, fuck. What is that for? And then I looked at my sons like, I know y'all felt that shit. Like, and so then I woke up and I was like, well, shit. And then I went about what I was doing, and then I remembered it, and I texted Drew like, fuck, I had a dream I was in an earthquake. So it's just like, look it up and see what it means. So then I got to looking it up. I felt like how y'all probably feel when I tell y'all to research some shit and then y'all go look it up and then you're like, I could have went all day without reading that. Because once you know, you know. People try to act like they don't know. But once you know, you know. You can't unknow some shit. It's like if you see some shit, you can't unsee that shit. That's why when people send me videos and shit like that, and I don't watch them shits because I don't know what people are trying to send me, and I don't want that in my aura. Twin will say, "But have you seen the video?" Then she'd be like, "Oh, I know you don't watch videos." No, because people post fuckery in videos nowadays, and no, I don't want that shit in. I don't want that shit in. I mean, no, I just don't. So I go and I read it, and it's telling me that whatever, if I have to process the emotions. Basically, I have to process the emotions about whatever I'm feeling regarding the subject. And if it's about a person that is deceased, blah blah blah, and I just was like, yeah, spirit. Okay, so this is part of the what I said I wanted to do. I got this dang shadow work candle. This is my second one. The first one, it did its listen, it did its own thing. This one has just been sitting here, and the smell is everything, and um it's not time for it. Spirit will tell me when it's time, but it's not time for it. But I have it though. And so I'm researching, and I'm just like, then I tell Drew like but excuse me, this is what I've been wanting to do, and this is part of doing it. So I'm able to get on here now and say, um, over the 18 years that he has been gone, I have grown tremendously from that person that used to live over there on Trip Drive. And I am back here to finish healing all of the shit that happened to me because I was born here and I did actually die here. And when the anniversary to that shit come up, we'll talk about that too, because people will be like, when did that happen? And I'll be like, well, it happened. You just didn't know. I covered it up well, but it didn't really cover up, but that's another video. Um, yeah, the emotions have to be processed. Healing has to be done, Like I said, this is where the shit with the yoga master started. So this is where it has to end. It's so obvious if you know. And this is where it started with Mo. So this is where it has to end. This is a place where a lot of things started with me. And so this is where they all have to end. And I'm okay with that. T sent me this meme. Talk about the girl, the girl is on top and the dude is on the bottom. The girl said, I'm just not in a good space right now. And then he said, damn, Reno. T. Oh, shit. I was laughing so fucking hard. Like, fuck. Because we both used to get, I'm never moving back to Reno. I'm never. And look, here I am. Yeah. But I'm not the person that I used to be when I was here. The things that used to haunt me and bully me around and get on my nerves and all that stuff, that's all healed. It's these last little things that just need to just die here that I'm here to kill. And not physically, spiritually, mentally, financially. Because people be taking shit too far when you say shit. Yeah, I love my hair. The supervisor was like, I love your hair. But lady, look, I'm going to wrap my hair up. You don't have to worry about it. Y'all will never see my hair. You're seeing it right now because this is what I'm doing right now. But I have a whole wrap in my hair, in my pocket. I'm about to wrap it up. Y'all not finna have glue and shit all in my No, no, no. Like, I love my team. They take care of me. You know, I do minimum. They do the majority of the work. But I listen. The way they sling glue, no, not in this hair. No, no, no. So, but yeah, I'm processing the emotions, healing what needs to be healed, and um, helping those that I can help, because I'm not finna repeat myself to people that don't listen. That's not what we're doing. No, we're not doing that. It's November. Nope. If you didn't listen before, you missed it. I don't know what to tell you. A lot of shit I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna tell you to research it or read my Facebook or what. However, you gotta figure it out. That's how you gonna figure it out. Because I'm not telling you. I have to save all my energy for healing and for learning and for helping. So I'm gonna go so I can go to sleep, so I can go back to the factory tomorrow and get my coins, and make my money, hunty. I love y'all and thank y'all for loving me, and I appreciate all the likes, the shares, subscribes. I noticed that even though I said the giveaway was canceled, the subscribers haven't gone down. What happened? The scammer was like, "No, we really like her. She called us out, so we gotta stay here." What's that about? I appreciate it. Like, fuck it. I am working on it. I think what I'm gonna do is have everybody send me an email with their payment information. Like, if you were to win the $100, how would I be able to send the money to you? Because the share the video, or where are you sharing it to? I don't know. Shit. Oh, and another thing. I've been talking to my people, the Soul Tribe. You can absolutely opt out. You know what I'm talking about. You can absolutely opt out. You do not have to follow the script. I refuse to be confined to a label. You are a sovereign being. The rules are fucking fake. The fuck out of here. I don't care what signs and synchronicities you have. If you're not doing and being your authentic self for you, then what the fuck are you doing? You don't have to subscribe to no, you don't. And that's all I'm saying about that. My fucking Forrest Gump voice. Shit. But I love y'all and thank y'all for loving me, and I appreciate y'all watching and listening and subscribing and the feedback and the shares, the comments about my hair. Yeah. Sherry did a good job. I like it. It's not heavy. It doesn't itch. You know what I'm saying? It's got all my little stuff in it that means something to me. Where's my little owl at? Oh, this right here I put in the top. Like, I just got all kind of little stuff going on. I like it. So I love y'all. Y'all have a good evening and be good to yourself. Drink plenty of water and don't argue with folks. Hey y'all, hey.